Hello, I'm Micah Tobon, and I am a part of Team F for CS 3560. My group members are Nathan Steadman and Christian Jensen. We created a mobile application and website for the Ohio University League of Legends Club here on campus. In this video, I will describe my personal contributions to the project and also how my teammates did during this project. So to start off, my personal contributions with the project mainly revolved around the website. I helped with the entire back end of the website that handled Google authentication. That allowed us to submit forms to the database and also to collect data from the users whenever they signed in. I also helped with the QR code implementation from the mobile app. It connected directly to a secret page on the website, which allowed for points to be incremented depending on secret words inputted into the application. I also worked with the app design and helped with the website design, but not as much as my other members. Continuing on, my opinions on my teammates, they were really great and they're very responsive. They came through on every single thing they said they would. We worked together on any of the issues we had. Any of the big problems, we tend to work together on it, and we always got together after class or any time when we needed to work on features that weren't working correctly or bugs that we couldn't figure out on our own. It was really a team effort, and we worked really well together. They were extremely responsive to communication. We established from the beginning that if we were going to do anything, we were going to communicate very well. And on Discord, we had a community that received feedback for the application, and we all responded very quickly, and they helped us iron out all the bugs that we had and any other issues we had. At first, GitHub was a learning curve for all of us because we've never really used it for a project that used version control and also branches. We've never actually merged into a repository, even though we're sophomores. We were able to learn Git in the early stages, and that helped us for the rest of the project. We were able to utilize branches efficiently and effectively, and we're able to section off different parts of the application and the website to create, and it made things go a lot smoother because there's no bad merges, nothing like crash or anything. We were able to each work on our own thing separately and put it into the master, and everything in the trunk also was effectively working. Also, specific contributions from my other members. Nathan Steadman worked mainly on the mobile application and the back end, which was very helpful since we weren't very familiar with application design. Christian Jensen worked mainly on the website with me. He never had used HTML before, but I wasn't very good at CSS, so he dedicated himself to learn the CSS styling and was able to make a very aesthetically pleasing website that pleased the organization as well. The president is happy with it, and so are the other officers. We were able to implement a lot of different third-party applications that we never thought was possible before. We never thought we could sign in with Google on our own website. We were able to do our own Google Calendar, which implements straight to their own personal calendar, which is really cool. And I think it was all overall just a great effort from everyone. No complaints from any of my teammates or for any of my teammates, and it was a good project overall. If I were to change anything in the future for the application, we'd make it Android compatible. The only issue that we couldn't is because the QR code package only is supported by iOS, so we need to find one that also supports Android. We'd like to streamline the coaching at some point so we don't have to personally set it up. We can receive the information from the database, but we don't know how to set them up or automatically with like a coach. So we're going to work on that. And also we want to be able to handle specific requests from the coaching, so if automatically as well, so which would be another hard thing to do. Lastly, we'd also like to talk with our organization or the organization we're working with to receive funding for the full mobile application on iOS. This will allow us to get push notifications, which we were the only thing we failed doing because we didn't have the money for it, and it takes a few weeks for authentication. So that's our next steps. We also need to get Google authenticated, so we won't have to go through a sign-in process, or they won't have to go into advanced and skip or go into scary territory since we're not verified with Google. That we're in the process of doing right now. We just needed to finish the app before we applied for authentication. So Google authentication and iOS or Apple authentication would be great for us in the future. Allow us to do push notifications, which will be a lot more streamlined for users, so they don't have to constantly open the application and look for announcements. Overall, it was a great project. I enjoyed it, and that is all.